Shepherd's Rest. We are coming. We do proper roleplay here. Got released out of Clasher, tried out a one mission with the Drake Clipper and miserably failed, obviously. Today we wanna tackle hauling contracts and commodity trading combined. We already know this is gonna be a very long day. First, we need to pick up our daily in Area 18, the Asgard. Before we can accept the first contract, that very first contract will determine the route, the commodities, and eventually the ship we use. As of the principles of trading, never fly empty. Our driving force is focus, consistency, efficiency, strategy, and logistics. Greed is not our driving force. Gradually increase profit rather instant gratification. Plan ahead and plot your routes and risks involved. Our first contract is an unverified from the Dead Saints. 4 SCUs of CryoPods from Teaser Spaceport to Shepherd's Rest. Max in, max out. So, to max out everything, we need to know what commodities we can sell at Shepherd's Rest. And of course, we already know what commodity we can sell there. So we retrieve our Asgard here and fly over to Crusader. Because in Horizon, we can buy some organs, organics. As you may have noticed, we fly with joysticks. That increases the immersiveness even more. And in less than 1 week, we have enough faith to transport the valuable commodities even in a big ship. For the very first time, IAE is held here in Horizon Vision Center. We had checked out some ships, some new ships, some old ships. We are a huge Anvil fan meanwhile. The Valk, the ass, made it. IAE 2955 comes to its last days, and we are happy about it. All these space turrets will be gone, and we can focus on our trading operation. As of Star Citizen Alpha Patch 4.4.0, the commodity trading stuff is completely restructured. That is good, keeps us busy, distracted from life. That is bad. We need to find new routes, new commodities, and where we can scale for mass trading. Here at the TDD, we buy organics. Haven't seen max inventory yet, not quite sure if that ever happens, or if it's intended to be max inventory ever, or if a lot of players buy this stuff. Averages to 6.6k per SCU. There they go. 56 SCUs of organic stuff here. Now we will fly to Lowell because In Lorville, we need to pick up those CryoPods from the contract. Not quite sure if those guys in these CryoPods are the Dead Saints, or if Twitch's gang is called Dead Saints. But when we look at these bodies, as far as we understand cryosleep, you shouldn't wear textiles. Certainly, we would be afraid of having frozen textiles on our body. They can't be removed without removing skin as well. It's an oddly weird business here. Tractor beaming frozen bodies and deliver them across star systems.
Ran out of fuel mid-jump to Pyro. Just me, the stars, and a slow espresso. No need to fret, no place to be. The verse can wait a while on me. Engines hum a lullaby as nebulae go drifting by. I lean back in the co-pilot seat and let the silence wash over me. Drifting between stars, far from the trading lanes and scars, reading pages from a time long gone, till I hear his voice come on. Hold tight, me Alinda, I'm not far. Love might find me drifting between stars. He's got charm like tarot wine, a voice that bends the edge of time. I sip my brew and softly sway to jazz I beam from ruby glass play. I'm not in trouble, not in need, just craving space and time to breathe, but knowing he'll be here so soon. I hum a tune. Drifting between stars, far from the chatter and the bars. No grief is here, just peace and glow, and maybe more than we both know. If he brings more than fuel to this heart, love might spark here, drifting between stars. He'll knock on my hatch with that smile, wearing that smirk that travels miles. Maybe this jump delay was fate, maybe romance runs a little late. Drifting between stars, wrapped in the quiet of the dark, with coffee steam and candlelight. We might just stay here through the night, let the verse keep spinning from afar. We'll stay floating, drifting between stars. Drifting.
long distances, very long distances. For only 4 contracted SCU? Imagine the outrage of the members of the climate change cult. But luckily, we don't fly those distances for 4 SCUs only. No, we never fly empty. Since the last patch drop, a lot of things changed, as if a whole new player base changed their playstyle. And we don't talk about those space tourists. Shepherd's Rest, here we are, and we bring some organics with us. Have no time now to check out your gardens, but if the organics are some sort of compost, we actually understand why we can sell here.
If you only focus on the money, you don't face the challenges nor see the opportunities.
Next contract from the Dead Saints wants us to pick up some boxes from Ruin Station. On Terminus, there's a place called Carnot View, and of course, we know what we can sell there. So we make sure we don't fly empty.
All systems offline.
If you only focus on the money, you don't face the challenges nor see the opportunities.
Commercial break. Discover the coveted Bexalite mineral, known for its exceptional energy properties. Bexalite is a sought-after resource among miners and traders in the world. Explore the potential of Bexalite and elevate your experience. Visit No Man's Trading today to secure your share of this valuable mineral.
Anvil Aerospace.
Yeah, pit stop at Obituary. We need to refuel. Even though we have a long distance quantum drive, every now and then we need to refuel.
Offline.
And that is the only one thing we do right here. And then we continue our journey to Carnot View.
Hit me! I'm flying smooth, got my Draco set tight. Sliding through the clouds, looking good, paint shining just right. Out of Orison, cruising out in the big orange sky. Then I hear that laser blast, baby whizzing right on by. Ow! Hit me! That guy hit me! Then he hit me again, right on the side, baby, what did I ever do to him? Hitting my roof, hitting my little tiny baby left wing. My funky little Corsair starting to swing.
Carnot View, not the first, not the last. It looks like as if we found some new route. We would probably name it the Carnot View trade run. Yeah. So it started out basically like the Shepherd's trade run, but this is the Carnot View trade run. And the main difference is that we will focus on Bexalite and Cobalt here. In the Shepherd's Mass trade run we also had a sequence plot, but up until now, since patch 4.4.0, we had been at sequence plot probably 4 times since, because Partilium is most likely out of stock, so it's not really worth to go there. But we have Diamond Laminite here, so we will need to go to sequence plot 1 time. But even here, Diamond Laminite is almost always low inventory. No idea what's going on here. So we need to refuel.
Arrival complete. All systems offline.
The other great opportunity these contracts will give us, we have the chance to check these commodity terminals to see what we can buy, to what price, to what amount as use, but also what can we sell at these locations. Here at Ruin Station we're gonna check on the administration terminal, commodity shop, and have a check on. And this is something what we do at all places where we go, and then we will make some notes, right? You could use UEX Corp Space website. This is the main source for inspiration when it comes to commodity trading. But they have the human verification on, and we do not like that because we know that we are human. And we don't see the point in every single time when we call the website need to verify that we are human. So maybe they are afraid of people like us using their website as a trustworthy source.
Service complete. Connection terminated.
Grimex, our next destination. It's not our favorite place to be, most likely because of this asteroid stuff. Difficult to find, the hangars difficult not to crash. But the bar, we have no time for having a beer. The bar is a beautiful place, we like that a lot. But here we will get rid of some boxes. And not every box fits into, so we need to lower it twice. Yeah, no problem. 180 SUs, different box configuration. Not that easy to load that into the Asgard. I mean, we can stack up to 280 SUs in the Asgard, even though the grid is 180. Okay, partially delivered. Last boxes. And then we have another contract complete. Yeah, we did a full circle from the far end of Stanton system to the other far end of the Pyro system. Just didn't visit Nyx. But as you may guess, these are distances, and it takes a while to fly these distances, but also loading the boxes. When what doesn't make sense here is for the Ling family hauling, you will get paid well, if you will so, but you pick up between 4 up to 10 SUs of boxes and fly across star systems for some party flavors and souvenirs and distilled spirits and whatnot. We don't get it, yeah. A lot of people complaining about how much money hauling makes. And when we look at this stuff here, I mean, yeah, you will get paid well for these less than 10 SCUs, but if you consider Star Citizen as a video game, this is not a video game. You do not play Star Citizen when you move boxes from across the star system to the other side, because most of the times you are just flying, or like we just do here right now. We taking off and landing, taking off and landing, and taking off and landing, and in between we load and unload some boxes. We wouldn't necessarily say that the money per hour ratio is a good one here. But yeah, some people need the money, yeah, they only see the money, and when you do hauling contracts, they envy you, but they don't see the effort that goes into it. I mean, we are now at Microtech's moon again, and we have another contract that we need to pick up some boxes at 4 different locations to bring it over to Pyro again, where we just came from, right? So it is not the money thing. It's absolutely not the money thing why you do this stuff. At least it's not for us, yeah. We don't do it for the money. We do it to get the opportunity to see other commodity terminals where we usually don't see. And with that, we can create new trade routes, trade runs, for us, for you, for the joy, for the fun. And that's why we are here. That's why we do that, moving virtual boxes from place A to B to C. And of course, there should be somewhat of a reward. The reward can be rep grinding, yeah, to have progress in the reputation of the respective contractor, but also money-wise. And we also see that you may argue that 4 SCUs will get well paid. So if you have the ratio SCU or no Alpha UEC per SCU, you will get paid well. If you have Alpha UEC ratio per hour, it's not well paid. So we will fill up our ship with more commodities we buy and sell, that is the proper trading, so that we can say, okay, it was worth to go there to unload and sell boxes, not only deliver the contracted ones. here at Terra Mills, we got some chisels, carbon silk, 120 SUs or something. That costs us almost a mil. We can sell these boxes at the location where we need to deliver these contracted ones. What is this guy doing? He cannot steal this stuff here in Stanton. I mean, he can steal, but he has nothing out of it. Right, the Atlas makes stuff smooth. What is he doing? Okay, he's helping. That reminds us of the resource drive things when people think they are friendly. And just look at that. Look at that. Just let it. Right? Just our thing here. Yeah. That stresses us out. Absolutely unnecessary. Oh, look at that. This motherfucker. What is wrong with you? There is a second fucking elevator. But he needs to use our elevator that we are occupying. Damn. These people nowadays.
Burning thrusters cutting tight. City lights flashing by. Candy paint dripping slick. Got my sponsors riding high. Yo, no miss. Built the razor, but I turned it into legend. Clocking records in the sector. Every race another lesson. Holo ads flicker. I'm the name they wanna see. Platinum cred flowing. Ship rap like a symphony. Call me Apex. Neon King. Move like I'm untouchable. Running vectors razor thin. Physics feel adjustable. I weave, I boost, I break the sky. Pushing past the limits, I was born to fly. High G rolls in the midnight glow. Neon apex, never taking it slow. Hit the boost, G-force pressing on my chest plate. Bank it left, cutting through the smog like a death race. Skim the stacks, turbines humming like a war drum. Drift between the billboards, flying where the law shuns. Crowds betting creds, got my name up on the marquees. Last lap, full send, leaving vapor in the dark seas. Tower tries to call me static in my earpiece. I'm too deep in the rhythm, got the city on a heat streak. I weave, I boost, I break the sky. Pushing past the limits, I was born to fly. High G rolls in the midnight glow. Neon apex, never taking it slow. Midnight sponsor deal, got that corp stack deposit. Paint job shimmer like the skylines gossip. I ain't cocky, I'm just facts in motion. Every time I take the stick, it's a high-speed devotion. Got that overclock core, thrusters burn like dragon's breath. Cyber city, mind to carve, every turn a brush with death. But I dance with the danger, I make it look smooth. Another win, another check, what's another one to lose? I weave, I boost, I break the sky. Pushing past the limits, I was born to fly. High G rolls in the midnight glow. Neon apex, never taking it slow.
Remind ourselves, Jackson Swap was the very first place we visited back then when Pyro was opened. And there was some stupid NPC that started shooting at us, and so we responded. And that was the beginning of the faction war between headhunters and Citizen for Prosperity. So the chisels and some 9 SUs of the contracts. We do not like Jackson Swap, most likely. Why it is so bright outside? Yeah, there's a ship. There's a ship. Caterpillar. So we need to hurry. Contracts are more important. We don't care about the chisels, but we need to do the contract. So we hide the LED over there. He had seen us anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But we do not want to. Yeah. So eventually we offloaded all the boxes, lowered the elevator. The caterpillar is calm, so we check out his cargo just to have a... because we are curious, right?
If you only focus on the money, you don't face the challenges nor see the opportunities.
Alright, another contract available. Bringing boxes from check and swap where we are to Ruin Station. Ruin Station over a terminus, that means that we will bring Bexalite. Obituary, lovely obituary. We will unload these boxes because we will switch the ship. Yeah, not that we don't like the Asgard, no, but we will go back to Ruin Station and therefore Terminus, and Terminus means Bexalite. Now we start mixing the boxes from the contracts and the commodities we want to trade. And so it makes sense that you have a sense of logistics here, and we need to make sure that the boxes that will go out first will be either at the front or at the rear end of the ship. And we will bring the boxes to the rear end of the ship.
Flying high in the sky today, on my way to make the trade. My cargo holds real full now, baby, time to get me paid. With credits out of pocket, the ship is loaded up tight. Cargo's looking sweet back there, but something's just not right.
And we are back at Buena Ravine. We will load more Bexalite. Yes. And this time we have the C2 Starlifter from Crusader. And of course, it's not our ship. This one is a rented one because, as we said before, it's IAE 2955. And this is an opportunity for everybody basically to try out some ships and have a use of, yeah. And we have a use of the C2 Starlifter. This ship has somewhat of 700 SEU's gridded cargo capacity, so we will fill up. So we will fill up this ship completely.
It's like the stars align and I'm back in the funk. Checking the hole, still got junk in the trunk. No crash, no burn, and the loot's still fine. Time to groove, baby, it's funky time. Well, I should have been smart, man, and bed locked in. Before I had a chance, it happened all over again. I'm stuck in this moment, and time is standing still. The tension's so thick, it's giving me funky chills. So I'll wait. We're back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now funk. Still on the route, ship steady as can be. Cargo's intact, and I'm flying free. No credits lost, no cargo's gone. Now I'm cruising with this funky bass groove on. I don't mind to wait. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now funk. All right, now funk. Funk. All right, now funk. All right, now funk. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now funk.
Quantum travel engaged. Shields on. Contact.
All right. It takes a while to load up this big ship, and we are here, Ruin Station, and we have a contract going on, 28 SUs of something to deliver at Ruin Station. So it makes sense that you load your ship somewhat logistically, and in our case we have the yellow boxes at the rear end, because these boxes will go out first, so it makes sense they are somewhat in the front or the rear. And now we will use the space for parking the Atlas, because we will use the Atlas to unload the Bexalites down at Garnet View. Wait, too many boxes over there. Here, oh, it's gonna be tight. Let's have a try. Oh yeah. No, damn. Too many boxes, gridded and off-gridded. Luckily, this ship has an elevator.
Cruising down low, nose tipped down, almost dragging on the floor. I'm rolling inverted, dust kicking up. Inches from the deck, you know I don't ease up. Push stick down and get that ass end up. A couple more seconds before I pull back up. Windtips dragging, just don't know. Throttle push down, got my stick to the flow.
Garnet View. For some weird reason, the gear doesn't go down. Keyboard, joystick doesn't work. What's going on here? Do we have somewhat of a button here? Yeah, here. Deploy landing gear. And we hear the audio. Landing gear's going down.
I'm down to the earth, suckers wanna get high. Rolling inverted, dust kicking up. Inches from the deck, you know I don't ease up. Atmosphere flying, cruising down low. Nose tipped down, almost dragging on the flow. Rolling inverted, dust kicking up. Inches from the deck, you know I don't ease up. Atmosphere flying, cruising down low. Nose tip down, almost dragging on the flow.
There is one pretty simple reason why we do this run from Buena Ravine over here to Carnot View. First of all, most of the pirates are not at Buena Ravine when we pick up boxes there, because that would mean that they would need to deliver the boxes to whatever place. But the pirates waiting on Buena Ravine, they are waiting for Atlassium or Patilium. Carnot View, on the other hand, look at this place. Terminus. It is freezing cold, it's dark most of the time, and it's not really an appealing place. And you could say Terminus is at the far end of the Pyro system. Who is coming here? Most likely traders, like we are. We got pirated every now and then, but that was because we had been too careless. But we got practice in getting pirated. So we take care, we check the area before we start unloading. And here we got the C2, fully loaded C2. It takes a while, and we cut hard. We cut pretty hard here. Alright. Movie magic. Checking the area. Cleaning up everything. No box left behind. But we leave the Atlas here for the players, so that they have the joy of tractor beaming boxes fast. Having a double check, ship is empty, last Atlas out there. Alright. Ooh. What happened over there? Yeah, we clean up. So now we have Bexalite. We can buy Technos Root here. Diamond Lemonite is out. Technos Root. But we brought Bexalite, so have a check on Bexalite. We have 1,000 more. That is basically just 2 batches. Yeah, only 2 batches. We can sell for 7,000 per SU. Let's have a check what is out of stocks max inventory.
If you only focus on the money, you don't face the challenges nor see the opportunities.
Yeah, 512 SUs.